Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. Today we're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, Season 2, Episode 16, and holy crap ton of action-packed awesomeness that is this episode. It did feel a little bit rushed with the animation, though. And you can see that in some of the still frames, like this, for instance. So we got Jogo versus Sukuna happening. They're duking it out pretty good. Then we have Megumi versus Toji, his dad. They're duking it out as well, and he realizes that there's only a few things he can do to actually stop this. He basically has to pull out every trick in his book to stop Toji from killing him. Who, I mean, he doesn't know who he is. We, as the audience, know who he is, which is pretty cool. But he's using the rabbits. He's doing all these different techniques. And then the third thing that's going on in this episode is this guy whose name I do not know. Him and Panda are going after Gojo. He realizes that he is no match for anything that is guarding Gojo. So he decides he's going to delay the inevitable as much as possible until other people get there and make it their problem. So a little bit of a coward, but understandable, because when the power levels are so skewed not in his favor, it's understandable, because essentially him and Panda are just going to get killed. There's no way him and Panda are going to do anything. They run into a couple of Ghetto's original group there. Meanwhile, more fighting. She can heal techniques. You get the principal here. I'm forgetting her name, but I know she has the ability to heal reverse curse techniques, as he said. And it's very important to guard her because she's the only one that can heal people, which kind of leads me to believe that all the damage that Nemi and Maki and the head Zenin dude sustained last episode will get healed up. No major issues. A cool technique that he did right there, I'll go back to it if it lets me, is he used the sprinkler system and electricity to amplify the electricity, which was really cool to stun Toji a little bit. He then realizes, we get a little flashback here of him talking about selling his son to the Zenin clan, depending on, what curse techniques he has, what curse energy he has. And then he goes, "What is your name?" And then he goes, Fujiguro, says the last name there. Let's see here. I'll let it play for a couple of seconds. Yeah, Fujiguro. At which point stabs himself in the head. So I think the reason behind that is because, Gojo fulfilled his promise. He, helped, Megumi become a sorcerer, get strong, and he, obviously he's got a way to go compared to his father, but I think that was the whole principle behind it. Unfortunately, Ponytail is still alive. I don't know how. I have no idea how this person is still alive after what Nemi did to him, but he slashed up Megumi pretty bad, and he's done for the count, out for the count. They're talking, this is a little kind of also in the past moment here, talking about Geto, basically being taken over by that curse. And his group is basically being split up. Some that are going to continue to follow who they're calling Geto, a couple that are just leaving in general, not doing anything with it, and then a few that want the current person that's inhabiting Geto's body to die. So they just kind of all agree to disagree. They all go their separate ways. And obviously we know a few of them are already dead. We then see the fighting of Sukuna and Jogo in the background, and Jogo can't even land a hit. It's not happening. Itadori does not make an appearance in this episode, if you're wondering. Itadori has not taken back over his body, but he is just getting the crap beaten out of him. Like, you are seeing all of these crazy, beautiful, techniques, all this crazy fire going on. Panda and the other guy is trying to get out of there. He's like, "Why don't you use your domain?" And he was like, he realizes that he's not going to beat Sukuna in a domain battle. And he was like, "Use your best skills to fight me." And then he produces fire. And this is very confusing to him because he thinks, aren't Sukuna's techniques dismantle and cleave? So how is he able to use fire? But Sukuna is Sukuna, and Sukuna probably has a crap ton of different techniques. So, who knows? Sukuna's more OP than we thought. They have a fire battle against each other. Yeah, and then we basically go to Curse Heaven. Well, I'm assuming it's white, so I'm gonna call it Heaven. But basically, you know, all the curses. Dagon is dead, Hanami's dead, and now Jogo is also dead. So all of these super powerful special grade curses are going away. They're defeated. Only one left at this point is Mahito. So Mahito is probably going to play an important role, I'm assuming, in the future. But Mahito is, you know, not even in this episode. They talk about him. He's like, you know, Mahito can get extremely strong. But he was like, we're going to be reborn, but we'll never really meet again because we don't know what we're going to be reborn as. And they want human status. So they don't want to actually become humans, as Sukuna explains. But they want human status, so they want to be able to walk around freely and not have any problems, essentially. You know, what it is to be human. And he was like, you should burn everything. Like, you know, like, who cares? You know, stop following the crowd. You should use your abilities to just burn everything and everyone around you. And he's crying at the end because, you know, Sukuna actually acknowledges his power, and he goes, you are strong. Like, you know, he looks at him and he goes, you know, you are strong. It's literally what he says to him. Be proud. You are strong. And then we see his charred body because Sukuna's flame just burns a little bit hotter. He goes, who are you? I have no idea who this person is. Uramu? Yeah, I have no idea who the heck that is. But I'm assuming it's somebody that was with Geto. Long time no see. I have no idea who Urama is. So that'll be interesting to see how that pans out. We don't really see anything. And then we see this giant curse going after Ponytail here. He is terrified, and he was like, wake up, sorcerer, after he literally like slashed the crap out of Megume over here. Megume is probably fine. I'm assuming Megume is fine. Who the heck knows? We then are probably seeing a little bit of a preview next episode. Oh, I guess it's one of Sukuna's fingers going wild. Oh, that would make sense because they didn't have... That makes sense. Yeah, it's one of Sukuna's fingers going wild. We've seen how powerful they are, and we've seen him, you know, have a really hard time defeating just the one finger, even though he was able to. But I think that's what that is. So, you know, obviously, big amounts of curse energy draw other curse energy. So if there was a Sukuna finger, you know, it would be drawn to that, which makes perfect sense. So that's probably what that is. Overall, let's see here. Let's see if I can find a good still image. Maybe not. We'll find something. Alright, we're just going to pick a spot here. Let's see, there's a giant explosion. There we go, good enough, sure. We're leaving it on that. But anyway, we'll give this an 8 out of 10. Because I like the fighting, I like the story, I like the choreography. The animation felt kind of rushed. As you can see, just picking up random stills throughout it, and that is not the fault of the animators. That is the fault of the studio, as I mentioned before. The studio is rushing them to get this out for whatever reason, and the animation's taking a little bit of a hit, ultimately, and I'm probably going to continue to say that for the rest of the season. You know, I think we have like 8 episodes left, roughly, and you just got to keep that in mind. So, you know, otherwise, really no major complaints about this episode. Definitely liked it. Definitely enjoyable. Look forward to seeing the rest of the season. Stay tuned for Dr. Stone. You'll get that tomorrow. Spy Family on Saturday. And then Rick and Morty, as always, on Monday. Other than that, that's all I got for you today. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button on your way out. And as always, have a good one.